Hi FlossTube, this is Karen with KB Studios, and this is my husband,
Jason.
So welcome to those who are watching this for the first time. Welcome back for those who have watched before, and I hope you enjoy this. So for our new year, new start, we started on, oh dang it, pattern. The Ink Circles freebie, what is it called? Ink Spot 19 Brave New Year. And we're going to make this 2019. So we're both using some Mo-Cell floss. Yeah, that Jennifer Upton sent me with an ATC. So there is where I've gotten to.
I feel like I should have gone first. There's where I've gotten to.
But in his defense, he only worked on it in a couple days, and he works more hours than I do. So, but yeah, so I'm not really sure. I think that's my top, my bottom. But yeah, so that's where we got to.
There's a way to check. No, that's your side.
That's my side. Is that right?
That side.
No, but
No, you're right. It's that side.
Okay, so there's mine. There's his. Anything else I've started I can't show you because it's either gifts or patterns I'll be releasing, because I'm trying not to show patterns that I'm releasing until I release them. So on to whips. And Jason has to go to work, so we're gonna say goodbye to him. Bye, Jason.
Gosh.
So for whips, I worked on the mystery sampler for linen and threads for 2018. So I found out about this in August of 2018, and I started working on it, but then I got busy with Christmas presents, etc. And so this is my progress. So this is January's of 2018, but I've seen people working on the January 2019 one, and I'm like, ooh, that's really pretty. I'd love to do that, but gotta finish this one first. I love this one. So pretty. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's a lot of green right now, but I'm trying to get lots of green done, and then I will work on my next color. This is a choose your own color sort of thing. Some people do it in just one color. Some people choose multiple colors. I'm doing multiple colors. So that's the only color I've decided on in the entire thing yet. But it's a start. Okay, finishes. So I finished stitching these patchwork ornaments. They were, I don't really know what I could, oh, I know what I can put behind this. There we go. So they were just using longer orts, you know, just longer leftover threads from projects. I started saving these a long time ago, and I made these bookmarks, which is, this was a finish. And so I tried to just try some new things with them this year, you know. I made this Christmas tree, which you can kind of see has multiple greens in it, and yeah, so it's just a fun thing to do. It's relaxing, and I love doing these bookmarks, which I will show you. There's another one that I show in my next segment, which is FFOs. So I will insert that here. For FFOs, I have two bookmarks. These are what I call my patchwork bookmarks. I use orts that are longer. I just can't throw them away. So I use longer ones to make these patchwork bookmarks. I'm sorry the lighting's not perfect. But I don't know when I started these, and this one was completed a while ago. I just FFO'd it this week because I'm going to give it as a gift to my sister who's on a mission for our church. We'll send it, mail it. And then this one I did finish this past week. Once again, sorry the lighting's not perfect. But it's just lots of, you can look, it's just lots of different colors, randomly put with a few motifs and a border. So those are my FFOs. I do have just a teeny bit of haul. One is this purse. So I was in need of a new purse, and one of my mom's friends loves pocketbooks and purses and everything. She collects them. kind of like I do books and craft supplies. And so she said, just have me come over. So I went over with my mom, and this is one of the purses I got. I was like, so I picked out some ones I was interested in, and I was trying to decide which ones I wanted, and she's like, oh, just take them all. So I have 3 small purses like this, and then 3 medium-sized purses. But this one I'm going to use as an on-the-go project bag, because I can keep some things in here, some projects, and I think it's just perfect, and I love it. It's so pretty. So that is my new on-the-go project bag. Second, for the mystery sampler, I was getting low on the color I'm using right now, 987 DMC. And so I went to the store, just my local Walmart, and they only have a limited selection. And so I looked in the numbers they had, and they didn't have 97, and I was like super bummed because I couldn't get it. But then in the 9086 slot, I saw 987, and I was like, that's odd. It's not listed as one they have. So I took it, and I wasn't sure if it would even ring up because it didn't have a slot. But it did ring up for 2 cents. I'm not going to complain. So yeah, I got another skein of the DMZ thread I needed, and for only 2 cents. So that was good. And as I think I've mentioned before, I'm trying to not spend money. I have this nice chart to help me. But I'm trying to very limit what I buy. I bought way too much last year. I don't have the financial resources this year to spend money like I did last year or the year before, or etc. So I'm really trying to do stitch from stash for the most part. I do have some other DMCs I need, and I'm going to buy them because I need them for projects. But yeah, for the most part, sticking to this, spending very little money, and yeah. The rest of my stash I recorded earlier, so I'll insert that here. Haul. So I have a little bit of haul, both from something I ordered before I went on my stitchy break, or my spending break thing, and some that I got for Christmas. So my order came in, I'm not as organized as I thought. Oh, here it is. So the fabric I had originally ordered is discontinued by Charles Craft, so it's not going to be available anymore. So instead, I got some opalescent 28 count Lugana, and I got 2 fat quarters, but I'm already using the other one. I'll do this now. In this project bag I made, these are just placemats that I got from Goodwill. I also got the zipper from Goodwill, and I just sewed them all together. So yeah, I'm happy to have another project bag, and I felt so accomplished. I know it's not like got great corners or anything like that, but it's mine. It's a project bag, and it makes me happy. So anyways, when I ordered the fabric, I also ordered this Kreinik in beads because I didn't add that much shipping, and it wasn't too expensive to add these on, because this is in Enjoy Cross Stitch at Christmas. But my husband and I want to stitch these. They're so pretty. And it's all just Kreinik and beads. And I think we're going to do that on the Lugana, the opalescent. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. Originally I'd hoped to get it in time to stitch them for Christmas. That didn't happen. So we'll see. So that was that order. And then for Christmas, one of my sisters gave me some of these gems that I have used for making needle minders and whatever. And then, so this one, it's a trivet. I saw it at Goodwill when I was with my sister. I had taken her there so she could do some Christmas shopping, my youngest sister. And I saw this and I was like, I want it, but I'm on a stitchy break, or a spending break. I can't buy it. So I told her this is what I want for Christmas, and she got it for me. And so I love St. Patrick's Day, and so this is like a perfect St. Patrick's Day thing, and it can be a St. Patrick's Day decoration until I get something to put over it. But it says, may the saddest days of your future be no worse than the happiest days of your past. So I like it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then, so let me go with this one first. My mom got me this. It's a bead organizer, and this is awesome. And it has like some tweezers and a bead scoop. So that'll help me with my organization of my beads. So originally I was just going to stop and try to get rid of most of my beads, but then I'm now making scissor fobs with the beads, so, and zipper pulls and whatnot. So this is going to be a great organizer for me for that. And then this is 12 skeins of DMC 310. And the reason I need this is because, oh, what issue is this? Sorry. I've now started making copies of the patterns. I've now started making working copies of the patterns I do from the magazine, but some of the earlier ones were not, so they kind of fell apart. So Cross Stitcher October 2018 has this pattern. And let me show it to you bigger. It's Cinderella, it's silhouettes. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But it needs 12 skeins of DMC black. So I previously got the beads and I got the Kreinik. So now I have the DMC and I just need to make a final decision on the fabric. So I'm thinking I was going to have it be my New Year start, but now it is going to be my birthday start. So I'm thinking to have a stitch along with it where basically, I know a lot of people are doing No Start 2019. So basically it would be just working on anything that's a silhouette or fairy tale related. So I figure a lot of people would have that in their stitching if they like that kind of stuff. So that's it. I can't wait to stitch it. Just have to make a final decision on the fabric. So I'm excited for that. And it's going in this project bag that my husband bought me from So Much to Love. Little heart. So that's my haul. It's not a ton, but hopefully my haul will be close to non-existent from now on. So that's my haul. So I wanted to show you my Ort ornament. I love it so much. And most of these are just from like November, December. Like this isn't a full year. But I put like, I don't know how you can see it, like pieces of cloth, fabric I used for finishing, DMC labels. Of course, there's, you know, threads and whatever. Just like a random assortment. I love it. I hesitated to do it for a long time because my husband was kind of like, that's a weird idea. But I really loved the idea. And once I did it, he was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So I plan to do one each year. And I might like save them throughout the year and try see if I can save a whole year's worth and put it in. We'll see. But yeah, it's just a cute little ornament. So along with that, you know, this kind of goes with reflecting on last year. So last year I had 3 goals for like my crafting shop, KB Studio stuff. And they were 20 new Etsy listings, start offering kits of my patterns, and try dyeing fabric. And I did all of them. Not only did I do all those, I did even more. So I wrote a blog post about those and also showing pictures, as well as listing some of the other things I did. Like I reached 500 followers on Instagram. That was cool. What else? I went to LMS's for the first time. I stitched on linen for the first time. You know, things like that. Just new and different things that were really fun. Made needle minders and sold those for the first time. Just fun things like that. So for 2019, I have set even more ambitious goals. So they are 30 new Etsy listings, becoming an official business. So with this one, like I've kind of treated it like I've tried to kind of treat it like a business, but it's really been a hobby. But I've now reached the point that I want to become an official business, and that is super scary for me. Super, super scary. But I want to do it, and I feel like I'm at the point where that's a good step. I have not grown as fast as I would have liked. in anything. Everything's been slower than I would have liked, but I have grown over the past few years, and I am ready to take this step. I need to, I know some of what I need. You know, I need a federal tax ID. I need to get registered with the state for taxes, collecting taxes and stuff like that, tax exemption. But get a business license, things like that. But I don't know completely everything I need to do, so I need to do a little bit of research and then get on it. So the next, let's see, that's 1 and 2. My third goal is to release free patterns on GUMROAD. So Wild Violet Stitching, I think is her name, and Ardith Design. Okay, so those two both use GUMROAD to sell their patterns. And Wild Violet, like Ryan at Wild Violet, she puts like all of hers for free. All of her patterns she sells, well, for $0+. So you can choose how much you want to spend on them. I've downloaded a few of her patterns right now, and I've done it for free right now because I'm on a spending stop, whatever. Try not to spend money. But I plan to eventually buy patterns and spend, put money towards it, what they're really worth. But it's so great to see their patterns, and an artist does that too. But some of hers are you pay, and some of them are the $0+. So I've decided to put all of my free patterns on GUMROAD. So I want to release those free patterns. I have 2 that I've released previously, and those are just available on my blog, and they'll stay available on my blog. But I'm also going to release them on GUMROAD. And then I have the ones I mentioned in my previous video from Christmas. The Wonky Snowman Family, the Trees bookmark, and the Unicorn bookmark. So I want to get all of those released, and any other free patterns I decide to release, but those ones at least, and kind of try to figure out GUMROAD. It's kind of confusing to me how GUMROAD works, but I'll get it figured out. I wanted to have one of them ready to release like today with this video, but I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, I will put a link below, record another little message or something. I don't know. But I don't think that's going to happen quite yet. But soon, maybe not by next video. Let's make that my goal. By next video, have something on GUMROAD. And my next one is to reach 250 FlossTube subscribers. Now that one's scary for me as well, because I had hoped to get up to 100 this year, and I think I'm at like 77 or something, so not quite there. I just started recording FlossTube in May, so I haven't been around even a year. So, it's not bad. I'm not like some people who like way earn 1,000, in a month or something. But I never expected that. But I would like to get to eventually like 500 subscribers, like a good number. Not like a huge number, but a good number. But, so anyways, my goal for the year, 250. I'm not really sure how to go about doing that. Same with Etsy sales. I don't know how to I haven't quite figured out how my efforts equal outcomes, I guess. I'm posting FlossTube videos and I share it on social media. So that's a start. What more can I do? I'm not really sure. But I will keep doing what I'm doing. And if I think of any ideas, I will implement those. And if you have any ideas, let me know. I do a giveaway every 4 episodes. So I feel like I've got the giveaway kind of covered. And I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know. That'd be great. And then the last one is to make a BISCORNU. I've never made one, but I've seen them and I don't know. I want to make one. So as I was working on a blog post about these goals, which I didn't finish, but as I was working on it, my husband's like, well, why don't you just make one? Because at first he didn't know what it was, and I showed him. He's like, well, why don't you just design one? And I was like, well, I do have an idea for a design. He's like, well, design it. So then I designed it, and I've started stitching it. I'm out of one of the threads, so, well, I'm almost out, and I don't want to start it with being almost out, but we'll see. I think it's kind of crazy to do my first one as one I've designed, but at the same time, it's a pretty simple concept, so hopefully it'll work out. And I'm trying to stitch from stash for the most part, so that's like not an official goal, but it's like a goal I've already made, so I'm keeping with it, and because I just don't have the finances to keep trying to support KB Studio, nor my Stitchy Habit. I need to cut back a lot because that's just how this year is going to be. So those are my goals. So yeah, 30 new Etsy listings, become an official business, release a few patterns on Gumroad, reach 250 FlossTube subscribers, and make a BISCORNU. It's reachable. Some of them scare me, but those are definitely, I feel like, achievable goals. They'll take work. There's nothing, 30 new Etsy listings. I did 20 last year. But especially as I'm expanding to more products, I feel like it's in a very achievable goal, because I already have patterns, kits, and needle minders on my website. I have more needle minders I want to release. I want to do scissor fob zipper pulls, and I want to do fabric. I have some of those already made. So I just need to get in gear and get them ready and release them. I still want to, do Etsy listings too. I didn't bring it over here. I thought I had. I've made it like a plan for the year. Like it just has each month, and then I'm like writing in the month I plan to try to release cross stitch patterns. So that's good. So I'll just go over some of the ones I want to release as far as cross stitch patterns. I have my spring plaid, my summer plaid, and my winter plaid that I want to release. I have a memorial sampler that I'm working on a design for. I want to release that. Temples of my church, I want to at least release the Salt Lake City temple pattern. And my animal face series, I want to start releasing some of those. So, and just as a part of the animal series, thank you so much to my test stitchers. You are lifesavers. I love stitching them, but it's a lot of stitching. So thank you so much for your help. They will get released this year because of you. And if you want to be a test stitcher for me, let me know. I'm always coming up with more ideas and more patterns, and I don't have enough time to stitch it all, so let me know. Okay, just a few more things. So I've seen a lot of people doing this thing where they have a word for the year, and I'm going to do that this year. So this is my word for the year, faith. I actually painted this in December sometime. I'm not finished. I painted this white, and I wanted to do some decoration on top of the white, and I haven't done it yet. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do. Maybe I'll do some silver on it, some blue. Don't know, but at least it's a start. And even if I don't get it finished, I can set it out, and this can be my word for the year. I didn't start painting it as my word for the year. It was just a wood piece that I gotten from my mother-in-law. She gave us she was downsizing some of her crafts. I think it was last year. So we got a lot of stuff, and one of it was a bunch of wood things to paint. And so faith was one of them. And this is just a concept that I've always loved and always tried to work on, but I really want to concentrate on this year, especially as we're faced with some challenges. And I want to have faith. I want to have faith that things will work out. I want to have faith in other people, that they will be kind, or that, I don't know. I want to have faith in myself that I can reach these goals. But the most important one is I want to have faith in God. Faith that He's watching over me, that He's got my back, that as I turn to Him, He will help me through any trial I face this year. So yeah, that's my word for the year. Oh, and one more thing. So I don't plan to talk about this every video, but I did want to talk to you about it this time, and I forgot to grab it. So just a moment. I'm struggling with pushing the stop button today. So on Instagram, I saw this hashtag and post about the Unread Shelf Project 2019. So I love books. I love crafts. I love books. I have lots of books. I have over 1,000 physical books and over 1,000 ebooks. A lot of those were freebies or books that have been given to me or that I bought cheap. Some I paid full price for, but I have a lot of books. I love books. But the project is basically like to try to get some of those books on your shelf that you've never read but intended to, either read or off your shelf. So you have, each month there's a challenge to read one book, just one book a month. So that's only like 12 books in the year off your shelf. And I have a goal on my Goodreads to read 100 books. A lot of those are novellas, but I try to read 100 books a year. Anyways, so I was like, this is great for me. I have tons of unread books, and it's really nice having it as a challenge. I often don't get into challenges. I have a very non-competitive mojo. I was very competitive as a child, and then circumstances led to me getting to the point where I'm just not competitive, basically. Long story short, I'm not competitive. So this didn't feel like a competition. It's just like, I don't know. It's motivational to me. Long story short. So I'm going to do it. And so the first month is just any book on your shelf. Read it. So I am reading Garden of the Purple Dragon by Carol Wilkinson. So I read the first book, Dragon Keeper, last year, and I really enjoyed it. I had both of these books on my shelf. So I'm now reading this one, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm decently through. We had some nice days, some warm weather this week, and so I sat on the porch swing during part of the reading it. It was fabulous. I love sitting on the porch swing and reading. I just don't like it when there's getting when I get tons of mosquito bites or when it's cold. Today's cold. So I'll be reading it inside, not outside. And I might read more than one book a month, but I will definitely read the one book a month that fits the challenge. Next month is a book that you've been given. So I've already picked that book out. And then there's challenges throughout the year, different ones. So if you go to hashtag the Unread Shelf Project 2019 on Instagram, you can see the challenges too. So I'm really excited about that. And I will probably share the book at some point in my FlossTube each month. So yeah, I think that's all. I was going to shout out some people, some new FlossTubers I watched, but I forgot to find out their names. Like one was JoJo. I can't remember her full channel. It's JoJo something. And her name's Jo, but anyways, her channel's JoJo. And then, I don't know. There was lots of great ones I've watched that people have shouted out, and then I've searched them out and I watched them and I enjoyed them. So maybe I'll try that for next time. Make a note to myself. Shout outs. So yeah, that's all for this week. I hopefully will be back in a week or two. I don't know how often I will be posting this year. I mean, I want to do it at least every 2 weeks. But since a lot of my stitching will be for my Etsy listings, that work I'm not going to show you this year until I release it. Unless it's something I've already shown you. So like the animal faces, I've already shown people, so I'm going to keep showing them. But if it's an animal face that's new that I haven't shown people, then I'm not going to show it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If it doesn't, sorry. So yeah, I'm going to head off. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.